Hi, it's Alex here from Fitter Body Ladies, and welcome to our second podcast. I hope you all enjoyed the last podcast a couple of weeks ago. And today I've got two new guests on today. I have Kristian, who is my brother and fellow coach at Fitter Body Ladies. He's actually been managing the gym for about the last 10 years. And then we have Nicky here, who is one of our members and been a member with us for the past 3 years and is also our member of the month for December. So I want to thank you all who listened last time on the podcast, but please do follow and subscribe us wherever you listen to your podcasts, on Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you listen to them. Please do join us, because the more people we can get listening to it, the more we can spread the word of Fitter Body Ladies and health and fitness for women over 30 across the UK. So the reason I've got these two here today, firstly, I want to have a chat with Nicky about her journey with us at Fitter Body Ladies, and then just chat with Kristian again about his own journey, fitness journey, health journey and food journey, and then maybe just have a little chat with you about how things are going currently after Christmas, like we did with the other two. So just very quickly, we have an update on Sarah and her hip. Obviously we talked last week, a couple of weeks ago now, about her hip and that she was waiting for her hip replacement. She now has a date. She will be going in on the 6th of February, fingers crossed, to have that hip replaced. And so hopefully she will be back with us, fighting fit 8-10 weeks after that. So we wish her all the best and a happy operation and a good recovery. So welcome, Nicky.
Thank you.
As I said, Nicky is joining us today. She was picked as the member of the month for December at Fitter Body Ladies in Northampton. And as I said, she has been a member with us for the past 3 years. So when you joined Fitter Body Ladies, what was your initial motivation to get started on, I think at that point, a 6-week program? Is that right?
That's right, yeah. I used to go to a gym, but that sort of phased out. I wasn't really confident with it. And then being at home all day, every day, being a carer for my father-in-law, I started to put on weight. I lost a lot of confidence. I felt like I needed to be with more people. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, this come up on my Facebook page to join the gym, do a 6-week. And I joined it and not looked back.
No, I mean, you've been a fantastic member, and the reason that we picked you for the member of the month, you've done your own challenges throughout. You always setting yourself a little challenge. You did 20 sessions, that's 20 in December alone. You did no alcohol off your own back in November and successfully achieved that. What was the motivation for the no alcohol in November? Because obviously most people do dry January. So
it was a bit to do with Sarah, really, because I was moaning that I was struggling with my weight loss. It slowed down a bit. And she goes, "Are you drinking too much?" And I said, "Yeah, because I'm drinking after work and things like that." And she goes, "What about cutting down on your drink?" I said, "No, I'll cut it out completely." She goes, "Will you do it for the month?" I said, "Yeah, okay."
And you did it?
And I did. Because somebody had challenged me to do it, I will do it.
Do you find a challenge works best for you? Is that something that kind of keeps your motivation going? Okay. Yeah. So have you set yourself any new challenges for 2023 yet?
Yeah, I do want to get down another dress size.
Okay. Have you got a kind of end date for that, or?
I'd like by the summer.
By the summer,
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So 6 months from now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Also super supportive. You've brought along a very good friend of yours who comes with you on a 1:30. Is it 1:30 or 9:30 session?
A couple of 9:30 sessions and a 1:30 session.
Perfect. Yeah. So and great in sessions. It's lovely to see people interacting with each other, supporting each other through the way. So talking about your own weight loss journey and your own fitness journey, when you started with us, can you remember what your weight was roughly?
I was just over 13 stone.
Okay. And where did you get down to at your lowest?
Just over 11 stone.
Okay. And currently sitting, do you know where you are at?
Just over 12 stone.
Okay. And the changes that you made to make that first initial loss, what were the regular changes that you were making to kind of get to that?
I've always ate fairly healthily anyway.
Yeah.
But it was the exercise thing, and I think, to be honest, COVID did me a big favour. Because lockdown, I wasn't going out and having treats with my friends. I could work out from home. I was getting more sessions in because I could work out from home and I didn't have to leave Mr. Grumps on his own, as we like to
Call him.
Yeah. Yeah, and 2 stone come off quite quick, all in 12 months, really.
Okay. And what do you think then has led to kind of maybe a little bit more of the weight coming back on?
Returning back to work, I'm now sort of sitting down sort of for 4 to 5 hours a day.
Okay.
Where before I was on the go constantly.
Okay.
I was up and down. No sooner I got to the top of the stairs, I'd be called back down again. So,
Okay, so the caring job was quite physical and...
Yeah, very on demand. And now I'm sitting down a lot and treats go around the office. I try to say no, but sometimes,
Okay. No, we all do it. We all do it, Yeah. And so what would you think is going to be the focus for you to say you want to drop that another dress size? What's going to be the focus, do you think, to try and improve that and those treats coming around the office? Because obviously you're really good at the exercise. How many sessions a week do you get into?
About 5.
Okay, and that is a lot. That's
sometimes more.
Okay. So how do you think, or what do you think the changes are going to be to your food that you need to make to because we all know training you can do.
Yeah, it is getting focused. I've been sitting with the same meals all the time, so I've got to start cooking different meals and I know I'm cooking for myself because my husband don't eat the same foods as me.
Okay.
And I know that I can freeze several portions of it.
Okay.
But I haven't been doing that, and I need to get into doing that.
Okay. So you know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have a favourite meal that you like to kind of portion out and freeze? And
not really. I love salmon. Just steamed salmon and rice and veg.
Nice.
That's one of my favourites.
Lovely. Bit of fish.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good mix.
Of course, a Sunday roast dinner.
Oh, okay. You love a Sunday roast. Yorkshire pudding or not Yorkshire pudding?
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay. So prior to Fit Body Ladies, what was your kind of fitness like then? I mean, I know biking was kind of your thing.
Yeah, I like cycling. I don't do an awful lot of it. I used to do a lot and did a lot of challenges, but then obviously with my caring role I couldn't go out quite so much, so it was just like weekly I went for a bike ride, but not as far as I used to go.
Okay. And the challenges that you did on the bike, what challenges did you do?
The first one I did was London to Paris. That was to mark my 40th birthday.
Okay. Should we ask what year that was?
Yeah.
Let's think. Got to think back now.
Yeah, 2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that was your
right.
That was your 40th.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then the following year, for my 41st, I noticed somebody was doing running a triathlon actually on my birthday.
Right.
So I thought that would be a nice present for myself.
Okay.
So I did a triathlon on my 41st, something I'd never ever done.
Okay.
I'm not a strong swimmer,
right.
So I thought, well, I can make up for it with cycling.
Was it just a sort of what they called a small one, with
Smallish,
the like
250?
Was it 250 metre swim or?
It was 16 lengths of the pool.
Yeah. 20k bike.
25k bike,
Okay.
I think, and then 5k run.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
I've only done one of them too, so.
Yeah, I achieved that. It was just something to tick off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I did a coast-to-coast bike ride.
Okay.
I think that was when I was about 43. I've done the Ride the Night.
Okay, around London, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cynthia Spencer bike ride.
Yeah, so that's our local hospice one here.
Yeah, and I think that's about it.
What was it about biking that you liked?
I like the freedom of it.
Okay.
I just could clear my head, get on that bike, and I could just lose myself. But I wouldn't go on my own because I'm one of these who will cycle, and then think, oh, I've got to get back. How far have I got?
Yeah. So, okay, 25 miles in one direction, it's 25 miles back.
Have I got to give my call skip and pick me up?
Okay. And did you do those challenges alone, or were you often with other people?
With other people.
Okay.
Well, the triathlon I was on my own.
Okay.
But
and how much training did you do for those?
For the coast to coast, not the coast to coast, the London to Paris.
Yeah.
Did about 10 months training.
Okay.
And that was just literally trying to get up to 40 miles a day.
On the bike.
On the bike.
Yeah.
But once we were actually doing it, we was doing like 80 miles a day.
Okay.
So
How far is it? I don't even know. What was it, about 300?
it was over 3 days. It was 260, I think.
Okay.
Can't remember.
Okay.
It was a long while ago.
Yeah, and it's a long way to go.
Yeah.
So anything else like that you fancy doing? Is there anything kind of you got on a bucket list that you're like, yeah, I really want to do this?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I haven't really had time to think about anything else at the moment.
Yeah.
And so we did the Wolf Run last year.
Yeah.
But no,
Nothing yet.
nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Not unless my sister comes up with something. Because
I was going to say, I know
it's usually me that drops her in it, but she will sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like she had me climbing over the O2 last year for my birthday.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's an activity I haven't quite done yet. No, it's a bit. I don't mind heights.
I didn't mind going up. It's coming down that I struggled with.
Oh, what? Just fear or
Yeah, I had to come down backwards because I couldn't
cope with the looking down?
No.
Backwards, no way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Either. I'm a bit like, oh, it's once you get up there, I think.
Yeah, just
like,
the general height
just
of it.
general
Like,
looking down, and
That weren't too bad.
that weren't too bad.
No.
The going up, I think I could cope with. I mean, I'm not very good on escalators in
yeah.
the big escalators
When we do
in.
the lift tower, that's
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do
Oh,
that.
no.
Have you done that?
No,
Abseiling off the lift tower.
no, my sister did. I watched her.
Okay. Yeah, because a
Even-
few of the girls. How many of the girls? Like 5 girls from the gym
yeah,
did
that's
that
right.
Yeah.
last
5 of them, wasn't it?
last March. Was it last
Yeah.
March? They jumped.
I mean,
off that?
I've done abseiling off cliffs and bridges and things like
Okay.
that.
But not off.
Not
Skydive? Did you say you done?
not a skydive. I did a indoor one.
Yeah. Okay.
Fly dive.
Maybe that's
they
your
call
next
them.
challenge then. Next skydive.
Yeah, could be. Maybe.
There you go.
Got instructors down at the
That's-
unit.
That's
Yeah.
just it too easy though, isn't it? Because all you do is jump out of a plane. It's
Oh yeah, too easy.
Oh, if you were
Yeah.
doing it.
there's no physical. You don't have to put yourself through your paces. Or anything.
Okay, so you fancy a physical challenge?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to push myself to my limits.
Well, the next one I fancy. Well, we've talked a couple about challenges, like things that we'd like to do. So I mean, I would quite like to do. There's one, Race the Sun. It's called, and it's canoeing, biking, and climbing a mountain. I believe in Wales. I think they do it in 2 different locations. We looked at it, didn't we? Race the Sun, and then there's obviously we've done the Yorkshire 3 Peaks, but it would be good to maybe do the National 3 Peaks, which is the 24 hours. Because I've not done it. I've not climbed Snowdon. Lots of people at the gym have done that. They do that on a day trip. You can go and do that
The
and
amount of
just.
times I've been to Wales and I've never climbed Snowdon. My son even lives there.
Oh, there you go.
He used to do it just for fun.
Yeah, no, I
for
think-
an evening if they haven't got any money, being students, they just used to say, "What should we do?"
Go and
Let's
climb
go-
Snowdon.
Yeah.
I think you can go up one way and then can you get a train down, or is it the other way around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
so.
They
I haven't.
sometimes do the hard route as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
think
might
it's
do the
actually
easy one.
quite when the weather's good. It's actually quite a nice.
Yeah.
I know people have taken their kids and things like that. So,
Yeah.
well, we'll have a look at some challenges. So that's great. I mean, it's obviously, are there any tips that you could give ladies who are listening to this, who are maybe thinking of a challenge or maybe looking to get a bit fitter to do a challenge? The things that they could maybe do or implement now to actually achieve
Keep
that.
focused on it, but don't punish yourself too hard.
Okay.
If you miss a day's training, it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
You just get on it the next day.
Get on it the next day. Yeah. It's a bit like
Take it
dietary.
slowly
It's a
and
bit like
work up.
dieting.
Yeah, don't try and do it all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was saying that earlier. It's a bit like in a video I did earlier on in the week. I was saying, losing weight or trying to lose weight is not you're not perfect all the time. And if it was a nice linear straight line from I'm here to here, then everybody be doing it.
Yeah.
But the reality is, it's a bit more of a jiggity jaggedy, ziggity zaggedy journey.
Yeah.
And rather than being disheartened with, say, a pound or not losing any weight, it's about that resilience to continue. And I think that comes down to obviously challenges as well. If you've got a focus,
Yeah.
then working towards that and kind of just being actually the end goal is either the challenge or the weight loss or whatever it is your end goal is, staying focused towards that is super important. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kristian then.
Me.
Kristian has worked at Fit Body Ladies and run Fit Body Ladies Northampton since
2013, I think.
13. So 10 years this year. So he's grown up with all of us ladies and all of the members. How old were you when you started then?
21.
22. Because it'll be June, wasn't it? It was the summer after your masters.
Must have been 22 then.
22. And now you're going to... This summer you're going to be...
Oh, don't tell me. 32.
32.
Yeah. 32.
A lot younger than a lot of us.
Throw up. God.
So when you joined us,
Yeah.
where were you weight-wise?
Oh, I remember vividly. I was 59 kilograms.
59 kilograms. Okay, but not in a particularly healthy way.
No, I mean, the journey of me getting there, I mean, I was always a sporty kid. Like, I'd always played, like, footy, a lot of, like, racket sports, like tennis and badminton. So I was always sporty, but I was never, like a skinny kid. I was always a little bit chubbier. And so, but I was never, like, obese or anything.
No.
But, like, at secondary school, like, kids pick up on it. And kids are brutal, man.
Yeah.
They just cut through, like, and you could be in a teenager yourself, like, it hits pretty hard, like, oh, man. And I couldn't understand it. As in terms of like why I was like, I guess, the fat kid as such.
Yeah.
And then I think I was about 14. I was like a year into like secondary school or something. And then I think there was a summer holiday came around and I was like, right, let's do this. And I think I ended up probably going through these like 4 weeks. So we had like quite long like summer holidays in terms of like our actual holiday.
Yeah, family holiday.
Yeah. And I think I found a way of by eating like one thing a day almost.
Oh my God.
And that was how I got myself like down, because by the time I got back to school, I was like, oh, you're like really skinny. I was like, cool, right, I'm not the fat kid anymore. And so from, I guess, about 14 until I got to probably towards the end of university, I'd found a way of being able to keep myself where I was, probably not the healthiest way, but keep myself where I wasn't picked or anything. No one noticed it. I was kind of in the background. Cool. And then I was taking part in a project. It was like because we did a I guess science experiment as part of my like degree. And part of it, you had to weigh in. And so I weighed in. I had no idea what I was. And then stepped on, I was like 59. I was like, oh, okay.
Ooh.
I didn't realise that. And so that was a bit of a point in my own mind of like, oh man, maybe I need to start to go a bit the other way. But even though I was doing like sports science, I didn't know the practical kind of ways of doing it. And then I finished that. You then picked me up from university after I graduated.
And was like, what the hell has happened? It was like almost emaciated.
Yeah.
It was just...
Skinny kid. But
and
then I then came to you, or came to your house, basically. And then I think you and Rick and just immersing in this kind of stuff started to immerse me into the way of eating properly, the way of just working out properly. Not necessarily sport, but like doing gym stuff. I'd never done gym stuff before. I'd always played sport or I'd gone for a run or something, but I'd never actually kind of really gone into the gym and learned anything about that side of things. And I'd learned all this like theoretical stuff from doing the degree I did, like sports science, but then never actually kind of put it into practice, probably through a bit of like, again, one, I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. Two, like, right, this doing what I'm doing now keeps me where I want to be. Keeps me where I am. It's a safe space. But then, like I say, going to your house and then starting to immerse, because you literally almost just started it like a year in. And then I started doing a bit of working out with you guys, started to try and eat right, and then you guys said to me, do you fancy doing a bit of like work experience, like coaching some ladies? I was like, fuck it, all right, I'll give it a go. And then it started like with, I think it was like 3 ladies in it, and I kind of enjoyed it. I was like, oh, this is actually all right. And then it's just kind of like just snowballed from there.
So where are you weight-wise now?
Now 70 was the last time I looked.
Okay, so good 10 kilos.
Yeah, exactly. So
and
again, it's
strong.
Yeah, exactly. It is, and it's a whole different way of life. And again, I think it's almost like gone like not the other way, but it's the fact that now I wouldn't say I play much sport too much. No. Not that I don't enjoy it. It's just the opportunities aren't there. So I'm busy and not many of my friends play sport too much anymore. But I work out quite a lot. I work out regularly, and I know a lot more about nutrition itself, practically more than just the theoretical side of things, and putting it into place, and not being worried about being in a certain position or anything like that, and just trying to keep myself as healthy as I possibly can be. And got new goals I set myself. So whether it be like now, like a bit like we were just talking there, whether it be like challenges we do like with the ladies, or whether it be like my own like personal gym stuff, all sorts of different stuff. And it's kind of just evolved a lot from where it all started to
where you are now.
To now, yeah.
Where would you, in terms of your own, like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like food, food that you eat. How has that evolved? So when you were kind of at uni or like, what was your kind of like diet looking like then?
Again, it was almost a case of like, as a group, I lived with like 3 other guys towards the end. And then we basically, together, we'd have like one almost like massive like collective meal. So we'd do like the weekly shop, and this like one meal would be like humongous. And that would kind of be it for the day almost.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's a lot more of a consistent routine of like, I think 4 times a day. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then I'll probably have something after dinner. And I still have that element of, right, that element of control of, I know what this happens when I eat these things.
Okay.
It keeps me here. And that's the element of control I have still in my mind a little bit of, right, if I don't waver from this, I know exactly where I am. I know what happens. Yeah. Whereas then if you start to waver from it, even still now, it's a bit like, I'm still unsure what happens. Like when like anyone, if you go for a night out or go out to eat something, there's always an element of in my mind of like, okay, right, where's this going to put me the next day or whatever. But I'm much more secure with it. Like it doesn't affect me like it maybe used to. Anything like that. I'm much more like, it is what it is.
Yes.
Like it's a night out. It's a meal. It's whatever. So I'm much more secure in the way I feel when I'm eating stuff. Like in terms of eating just the stuff I eat day to day. Like a lot of time it would be like nowadays, like porridge is one thing straight away. I'm just a big fan.
Big fan of protein porridge. Do you eat protein porridge?
No, I eat ordinary porridge.
Okay.
Protein powder in the porridge. Get on
there
it.
You go.
It's the one.
Literally. Okay, so the story behind the protein porridge. The protein porridge has its own bowl, and it's been the same bowl for
a long time.
Yeah. The bowl stays pretty much the same bowl, not very regularly.
Don't change
it. And it's piled with a mound, not just a.
Oh no, it's the one. So
and eaten with a teaspoon.
Yeah, still. Savor the flavour. It is on point. It's an
Control.
art. It's an art now.
What flavour is it though?
Just chocolate. So it's nothing too crazy.
Have you ever mixed up the flavours?
Yeah, it's never really been the same. Like,
so it's not like you're gonna like, salted caramel is a good one. No,
like sometimes you will do. Just out of sheer, they haven't got what I wanted, so I'll have to find something else. I've tried like strawberries and stuff like that. I'm just like, no, this isn't working.
No.
So I tried to keep that as consistent, just because I like it. I like it the way I want it. But then I'll have like lunch. Sometimes that varies. A lot of time it'd be like a wrap of some sort. Currently saving money at the moment, so I'm trying to make my own
make his
lunches
own food
rather than buying lunch a lot of the time. So try and do my own lunch. And again, like tuna wraps, packet of crisps, something like that, or maybe like a salad of some sort, maybe. Dinner, again, a lot of time it's pretty basic, like stir fried chicken, veg, stuff like that. Maybe try and do some like seasoning packets with it a little bit if I want to try and make it a bit more interesting. And then protein porridge. I'll have that most of the time, twice in a day.
So again, that comes down to not just control, but also exactly, like what the effect of that is.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're maybe not trying to gain weight is one way, but if you're trying to lose weight, if you can, I'm not saying you should all eat the same every day all the time, but again, if you're really trying to be very focused, that regular, consistent, the same, knowing. If you know what goes in, you know what needs to go out in order to
exactly. And I think
get that small deficit.
Because my routine is pretty similar week on week, like just in terms of like working out and stuff like that, and eating as well. Like again, like you said, like I know what happens.
Yeah.
So I'm in a really good position of like, if I wanted to increase weight a bit, all I know is that from what I'm doing, I need to just add certain bits to it. It's just then figuring out, okay, where's the easiest place to maybe add them, or what would those things be?
Yeah.
Rather than maybe it's like adding like loads and loads of chicken to it, so just going to really fill me up and be like sluggish. It might be a case of, is it trying to increase healthy fat? So is it carbohydrates? But I'm just from that base point, I'm in a good position to say, if I want to go this way, I can do this to go that way. If I want to go the other way, I know I can start to
reduce
change this. Just because I've got the routine of that doesn't change too much. I'm in a pretty privileged position of, it's just me. I haven't got kids. I haven't got kids and all that stuff. True. Whereas I'm sure like all the ladies with kids and stuff like that, and they're busy and all sorts of other things going on, like parents they've got to deal with as well. They're in a position where sometimes it's not quite as easy as whereas it is for me, and I get that. But like I say, just having the element of base point. Yeah, I can move myself one way or the other fairly easily, which is quite nice in my own mind.
Okay, so in terms of your training, then, how often do you train a week?
5 times in a week.
And what sort of training is your kind of preferred training?
It's more like, I guess, like CrossFit training, if anyone knows it. And I'd say if people don't know what that is, it's a bit like, it's like high intensity interval type training, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of short burst of work with bits of rest in it.
Okay.
And I try and make it different. Sometimes I try and do like maybe similar like workouts each on week. So if I do like 5 workouts one week, I might then repeat the same the next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Just more out, because I work out a lot on my own. It's more so just it's more so for the fact that I don't have to then just start to think of new things for myself.
Okay.
So that starts like, what am I going to do tomorrow?
Especially when you're planning sessions for set classes for
exactly.
sessions.
But then
as well at
nowadays, now I'm getting a bit busier. It's a lot of time I'll do well, not a lot of time, but sometimes I do classes at the gym I go to.
Yeah.
And I'll try and do like early. So if I can do like 6 o'clock one, get it done early, then it's quite nice. Then I'm like, right, I can just crack on with the rest of the day. Yeah. So sometimes I do that, and it's a bit more sociable. Which is quite nice. Yeah. But I'm not the best person to go to the gym with. As Alex
he's
well
definitely
knows.
not. I've worked out with him a lot of times, and he doesn't like counting. Like
No.
I'm a counter. You count? Do you count?
When you tell us to, and then I'll lose count.
Yeah, okay. That's yeah. We have a lot. We
Don't
know
worry.
that. We
You're
know
not-
that. We're
not
not
the
the
only
only one.
one.
Not
You're
the
not the
only
only one. Don't worry.
But if you're going to work out, so what's your favourite type of, like when you come to the sessions, what's your favourite type of workout that we plan for you guys?
I love the cardio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gemma.
Do you like someone timing you?
Or do you like counting reps?
I think time is better. Yeah, because I don't want to be counted.
Do you? See, I'm a counter.
Yeah, I'm not one for you got to go for a minute, just because it doesn't feel like there's an immediate end point.
That's
when I know
right.
I've got to do this 10
times. That's it.
Perfect.
I'm the same.
A minute feels like a year
Forever.
sometimes. As people know, like when you're doing a plank, like a minute of that,
It's a long
like,
time.
oh my god, this is going on.
But
and
I
on.
will count while I'm doing. Although they said,
Oh, do you?
Oh, I know what you
you've
mean.
got to
I do
this
count
for
as well. How many can you
3
do?
minutes. I think, how many can I get
Yeah.
in this time?
Oh, okay.
Like
I count loads
today's
of
session,
stuff.
there was one being timed, and the other one just did their exercises.
Yeah.
So when they'd done their 10, then you'd swap over. But I was still counting how many I was doing
You
to
could
their
do
10.
to their 10.
Yeah, okay, got ya.
I count loads of things. I don't
Yeah?
just count in sessions. I count steps. I count, as in, like, sometimes when I'm just...
You're not going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7 steps.
Yeah.
How many what's
In
the
my
highest
head.
you've got to?
I don't know, I get to about, like, 100 and then go 1, 2, 3. I can't count. Like, I can't seem to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get to 19, then go 20. I have to go 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then start counting again.
Oh, to get to 30.
No, yeah. Like in tens. I can get to 20 and then I count
I'm
like
like,
in
I'm like
tens
with that
then.
with the boxing. Like if I'm padding someone and
Oh, yeah.
I'll count. I can't do 55.
No,
60,
I
60.
can't. I
have to
can't.
do
So,
up to
I don't
10,
think I can say them quick
1,
enough.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
And
40.
40. Yeah.
That's the way I do that one. But like if it's timed, I don't.
Do you count other things though? Like I count.
Just in life?
Yeah. Traffic lights?
No.
How many times I go through traffic?
Do you? I think
Too many at the moment.
that's a diagnosis there. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
No,
Somewhere.
things like you know, like they have chevrons on the floor on the motorway,
Yeah.
things like that. Like if I'm driving over them, I'll count them. 1, 2.
I tried to count to make sure there's 3 apart. Because you're meant to be 3.
Yeah, 3 apart.
Yeah.
No, I don't count that. I just count how many I go over. Things like
Yeah.
that.
No, I can't say I count much of things like that.
Yeah, I count a lot of things. There's a lot of things I count.
Rain Man over there.
Yeah.
Stairs
Wish I could
going
count
up.
cars.
Yeah.
I'd be making
You
a lot
never know.
more money.
If you're going
Stairs, yeah,
upstairs.
stairs.
I'll do
Count
stairs.
stairs. Do you count stairs?
No.
Oh.
No, can't say.
Christian's not a counter. Maybe he doesn't like counting.
No. Do you like track steps and stuff?
Yeah. Track steps. Have you got a time? What have you got? Apple.
No.
No. What's yours?
Don't know. Well, my
Okay.
husband bought for me for Christmas.
There you go.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
getting the
Yeah,
hang
no,
of it.
I've got an Apple Watch. I only track because it's on. Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't specifically go, right, I've got to. I try to get my.
Do you set yourself
I
target?
can't even get like we have rings. Do you have rings? What does yours? Mine has rings. You're supposed to complete your rings in a day on an Apple Watch.
Oh no.
I struggle. I mean, I think I set my targets a bit higher because I think, I'm gonna go for it, gonna go for it.
Smash this.
But again, I don't seem to. I can close 2 of the rings on a regular basis, which is my exercise ring, which I set at 60 minutes. So I tend to do an hour a day of some sort of exercise, and then my stand, which is set at, I think it's 12. So, no, 10 hours a day. I have to stand 10 hours a day. That isn't standing the whole time. That is getting up and moving for a minimum of a minute. And then my move calories is set at 800, and I get to roughly in a week, on a day, I always try to get above 600.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get to 8. I mean, it's very rare. But again, I don't use it as for me, it's not like I have to do it. I know there are lots of people out there who use that as their kind of daily motivation to get to the gym and stuff like that.
I must admit, when my other watch broke, not seeing how many steps I was doing was really
frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do like to know what steps. Just
do you know what you kind of get on average?
about 11,000.
11, that's good.
So I set mine at 10,000, so it'll buzz when I
when you reached it.
Yeah.
I don't find the walking thing or the steps thing a problem. I'm obviously on my feet a lot. That's why I think I can get the 10 hours quite easy, because I'm up on my feet. If I start in the morning and do the 6 a.m. session, you've been on your feet for from sort of 4:30, 5 o'clock right through till say 11. So you've already done 6 hours of being on your feet and moving around. And just yesterday I looked, because I did the sessions yesterday morning, I did 253 calories just from coaching by sort of 10 o'clock in the morning. So then by the time you then go to the gym or whatever, you're obviously a good way there. But it's not something that I go, oh, I have to close these rings. We tried as a group to coach group, we're trying to motivate each other.
Bit of accountability.
A bit of accountability. Some of the girls are really good at it. I'm not so good at it. Sarah's one for smashing them out, getting all of her things done. I'm not so.
Yeah, I do. I like the steps thing though. I think it's a really good.
Do you track your steps?
No, I no, I don't. But I think it is a really good way of
keeping active.
Yeah, keeping yourself on top of things. Even if you don't go to the gym, let's just make sure I hit the steps and stuff like that. And that's just a really good way of, like I say, keeping yourself active, keeping yourself working away towards a goal you've got. Like say, if you're lacking in somewhere, it might be a case of, how many steps do I do on average and stuff like that. So it's just a simple way of okay, right, if I want to start to move things a bit further, maybe I just try and see and get
an extra 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. And that just means, okay, I'm going to go for a walk in the morning or in the evening.
10,000 steps is actually still quite a long way. It's nearly 6 miles.
Yeah, and I think
in terms of actually, if you measured out, if you went and did a 10k walk, it's about 1,000 steps for me. It's about 1,000 steps a kilometre. So that's still quite a long way in a day. You've got to do quite a lot of moving to actually get those steps in.
I think it gets tougher for those who've got a proper office job, full day sat down. It's I think it can be
harder.
Tough. So whether it's they start at somewhere okay, can I get 7,000, and then you say, okay, gradually
going out for a
walk
it. And things like that. Just I do like
when you've got dogs as well. It makes it a bit easier.
It's just when it's so cold. That's why we're all sat in these coats and jackets, because it's currently.
But if you go for a good walk and pace it out, you keep warm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Have you got a dog?
No.
I've got 2.
I've got
a dog.
Got a husband.
Does he need walking? Is he active?
Oh, he's always out walking.
Is he?
Always out walking. And he gets upset now that I can't go with him as often.
Yeah,
is he an active person though? Is he a gym goer?
No. He's got a physical job.
Right.
And he goes out for a walk every night. In the winter, he only does a couple of miles in the winter, but over a weekend, he'd walk 10, 12 miles. He'd be quite happy.
Oh, would he? And do you go with him?
I have been, yeah, but not at the moment.
Oh.
Because I've got a sore heel.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh. Okay. So actually, injury.
It's an injury.
Injury. Not because you're just no, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
No, I don't really like you anymore.
I want to go, and it's frustration that I can't. We've been away for a weekend, and
you can't walk so far.
And I couldn't walk very fast.
No. See, my husband's not really a walker. He'll go and walk the dogs for a very short amount of time. I actually quite like where we live. We can walk is quite nice as well. It makes a bit of a difference. I do like walking in nice places.
What do you do on your walk? So like, how
Counting.
do you just?
I count a lot. I count a lot.
I have to listen.
How many trees you got
Yeah,
past?
no. I used to do that when I ran. Do you not do that when you're running? Like when I used to run a lot,
No.
I'd be like, right, there's 6 trees. Right, count the trees as I'm running, and then like, can I do the next 6 trees? And what do you do on your walk then?
Listen to music.
Yeah, I podcast it.
Do you? No, I listen
Always
to music a lot.
podcast it.
Yeah, I like podcasts, but I like watching them. I'm not a massive one of listening to them. So like, you can obviously watch them on YouTube and
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
yeah.
We were talking about Stephen Bartlett and stuff. Because I like seeing like, I guess like the body language part to it as much as anything. Like I don't feel like I get
That's
much
where they're
in
going to
from
watch
just,
us.
Yeah, exactly. YouTube. I don't feel like I get as much out of it from just listening to it as I do like watching it and stuff. Whereas like,
See, I listen to podcasts when I'm working out.
I don't know other people do that. No.
Like if I'm doing a weight session on my own, then I will put a podcast on because I just can then ignore everybody else.
Yeah.
What do you do when you walk? Do you have music or?
No, not really. Just walk. I did go. I was in a club and they challenged us.
A walking club?
No, it was a slimming club, but
Yeah.
and they challenged us to spot certain things while I was on our walk.
Okay, that's a good thing to do.
Each day it was different, and you take photos of it and you'd have to post it. Most people just taking one thing of it, and
You do that.
I was trying to get as many possible,
Brilliant.
you know, whether it be unusual door knockers or
Another challenge. She
Yeah.
loves a challenge.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's actually a good challenge we could run.
What's that?
Yeah.
Take
Like
different
get
pictures
out
on
and
your
take
walks.
pictures of these things
Yeah.
around. I think we did something like that on the March out of lockdown. Was it something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I did that.
Might have done.
Yeah,
Yeah, did that.
March out of lockdown. That challenge.
Yeah. Could do.
Yeah.
I could
Do something like that. We could do like March into spring or.
It's a good way of proof that they've actually been out,
Yes, exactly.
rather than just making up numbers.
Nick will be there. She'll have like an album.
Yeah, exactly. Check this out.
Somebody had to show me how to do one of those. I can't. Snaptical on your phone where you put
What's
all
a
the photos.
Ooh,
a
I don't know that one.
snaptical? I don't know.
That's what the app's called, where you put all your photos into one.
Ooh.
You know, a collage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do a collage of photos rather than posting loads of different.
A snaptical.
I
I
don't know that
like
one.
that.
That's
that
the
is
app
good.
that I downloaded.
I'm going to have
It's
to
a
look
collage.
into
Yeah.
that. We learn everything. This is every day's a school day. Okay, fab. Well, it's been great to chat to you both. I'm really happy that you've both been on, and thank you. Hope you've got a lot of it. As I said, ladies who are listening or men who are listening, whoever's listening to us, please follow us, subscribe, follow us on any of the platforms, Apple, Google, Spotify, and we'll chat again in a couple of weeks' time.